Hi guys, welcome to another video. Who the hell is JNash and why the hell should you care? Well, I'm about to tell you. So it's a bit of a story, but it all stems from my Amiga days, young teenage lad. Now, JNash was a guy who did the reviews on Amiga Power. I'm sure he's done other things, and I believe he's done a stint on Your Sinclair, but he essentially was a writer, just wrote the reviews and such, and his writing was very unique, shall we say. It had a very unique style to it, and he tended to review games in a very special way. I was pretty much taken aback. If you go by how reviews are normally done and the way that they're normally presented, he did things a little differently, and all to his credit. Every word, I used to bounce off every word literally. I've always been a fan of Amiga Power for various reasons. The style of the writing, the actual writers themselves. I mean, the section on Who Do You Think You Are, pretty much every month, was a treat. I felt like I was connecting with these guys, do you know what I'm saying? And it was great. The reviews, to me, seemed like pretty straight and obvious, It was all very nice. And every month I'd get my cover discs, whack them in my Amiga, have a great old time, and then read the mag, and then pine over games that I couldn't afford. So it was fun, it was great and all that. Now, who gives a rat's about some random staff writer? Well, if you are into games to the extent that I am, if you're into video gaming to the extent that I am, you'll understand that sometimes I like to get into things in a lot of depth. Now, just as a matter of course, maybe I was a little bit bored, I don't know. I happened to just have a bit of a scout around for another guy who I was really quite impressed with writing wise, and that was Stuart Campbell. Now, Stuart Campbell and JNash did a little thing on Digitizer on teletext when that was a thing, and as I say, I think it all stemmed from the Amiga Power thing. I'm not sure. I know that both Stuart Campbell and JNash did a lot of things for Future, and if they come across this video, they're probably wondering who's this psychopath and why the shit is he talking about us. But ultimately, the reason for the video is this. Not that I want to do like some kind of major manhunt or anything, but basically, essentially, what I'd like to do is just inquire as to where JNash may or may not be. He might not want to be found. He might just want to get on with his life away from whatever. But he has pretty much shaped me as a human being for the best part of like 15 years on and off. So I basically just want to say thanks, and just hope that he's okay and hope that he's well and stuff. Now, on Twitter, I had a bit of a brief tweet type thing with Stuart Campbell, believe it or not. He's he's famous. So I was like buzzing away, as you do, and it was only one or two little tweets, but essentially the question was, where is JNash? And I'm sure, obviously he said he didn't know. I'm sure that he's out there, and I'm sure he's okay, I hope. And if you don't want to be found, our old man's up, not a problem. But all I really wanted to do was say, bloody hell, thanks mate, do you know what I mean, cheers, and just extend my gratitude. If you guys are at all interested, I mean, if you're Amiga fans, if you're ST fans, if you're Spectrum fans, you probably will know JNash in some form. He's written for like pretty much all the major books that you would have read, and he's pretty much an authoritative figure on Spectrum and possibly Amiga as well. I mean, let's face it, he's played some amazing games on the Amiga and reviewed them and all the rest of it. He's obviously played some crap ones as well, which I'm sure he'll, which I used to find amusing, put it that way. He wrote a lot of things over the years. I'm sure he's probably done a stint on PC as well. I mean, that's invariably where it all went, in it, after Amiga sort of went. So I'm sure he's done a stint on there as well. And for me personally, he's pretty much been a figurehead of writing for the, and things that I've read for 15 or so years. Do you know what I mean? His most recent stuff that I've sort of trawled through is on a website that he's made called orsomething.co.uk. So that's orsomething.co.uk. And if you go on there, essentially it's out of date, but the stuff that's on there pretty much holds true, and his reviews especially are still, although they're old, they're still great and relevant. And he gives some little insights into his work, and he's quite the writer, and I hope that he's doing well. I hope he's having a good time. I hope he's doing amazing things with that writing skill, because he's a genius. But regardless, at the end of the day, it's not going to be, it's probably not going to be amount to anything. But what I was thinking is, do any of you guys have any dealings with him? Have you ever known him? Have you ever spoken with him? If yes, maybe you still do, I don't know. Maybe just, toss him an email, maybe just send him a quick message or whatever, and just say, look, some dude, some fanboy said hello. Do you know what I mean? He was a genius, totally. Stuart Campbell also has a website, as you can imagine. I think it's Wings Over Sealand. He did a thing about Scottish independence as well, like Wings Over Scotland. So go and check him out. Him and Jonathan Nash did some amazing stuff, and as far as I'm concerned, they're amazing dudes. And Stuart Campbell still is active on Twitter and things like that, and I know he has done some work on his website and things like that. So I know that he's out there. These guys are amazing people, and I'm just surprised that JNash isn't like some sort of like prolific director, writer type guy. I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he's using a pseudonym. Who knows? The ultimate reality of the situation is that this probably won't amount to anything. However, I just thought it was interesting because, I look back fondly on these things. If you're Amiga fanboys like myself, then cast your eye over the Amiga magazine rack. Pretty much everything from '94 onwards for Amiga Power is the way to go. Check him out. Check out some of his works. A lot of what you'll find is it's organised, obviously, by month. Also the top 500 reviews there as well, and you'll find his name scattered about all over the shop. Click on one of his reviews. His Bloodnet review was kind of cool. His Pinky review was kind of interesting. His Vital Light review. These games were either totally panned or nondescript, and he didn't just wreck them. He pretty much intelligently and cleverly and with fantastic writing skill battered them to death. And I think his average review score was probably about 40% or something. Do you know what I mean? Although I must admit he did praise games when they needed that praise, when they required it. Sorry. So he was pretty much an awesome writer. And if I can do one thing with this video, it would be to encourage you guys to check out his works. If there's two things I can do with the video, because I'm a bit cheeky that way, it would be to hopefully extend some kind of gratitude to him and say thank you very much, sir, and all the very best. And I hope that whatever you're doing endeavours wise, it's gonna pay dividends for you, because you deserve every glorious cent of it. His website is not active in the sense that it's updated, but it's still there, it's still available, it's still got a ton of stuff on it that's worth reading, and I would encourage you guys to do the very same thing. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the video is done now. It was just really go find out who JNash is, go see him, go find him. If you know something about him, give me an email, a tweet, a buzz, whatever, and let us know what you guys reckon. If you're an Amiga fan, you'll know him. If you're a Sinclair Specky fan, you'll know him. If you are an ST fan, I believe he's done some ST stuff for ST format. Yes. So get out there. Go and search him out. He's an awesome writer. And obviously, just a quick word, Stuart Campbell, awesome writer also. But we know he's around and he's okay and all the rest of it. So I hope he's alright. So there we go. So thanks a lot, guys. Do what you do, comment and all that shit, and hopefully see you on the next. All the best.